Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Afternoon Tune. I'm your host, Josh, and with me, I got my special guest co-host, Sage, from Rated M for Immaturity there. How's it going there, Sage?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Pretty good. You're in better spirits. Somebody's taking a look at your PS5 there, so that's good. Huh?
Yeah. It's a diagnostic look, just to see what's wrong. We'll see what happens. 50-50, it's totally replaceable, fixable problem, and versus it's totally fried and cannot be fixed. We have no idea which way it's going. Yep.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody raised the prices just for you, man. They increased the prices, consoles, everything's going up. The Switch is going up, the Xbox is going up, the PS5 is
It's
going
like
up.
2-3 days later too.
They said, "Wow, just in time for Sage, man. We just got him." And he was resistant on getting that PS5 Pro too. He was talking all that shit about it, saying, "What do I
I'm
need a
just
PS?"
if I have to replace it, I'm just getting the first version again. I'm not doing the Pro. I'm
You're
still
not
not
doing the
doing the
Pro, not upgrading.
No,
Uh,
okay, here's my problem with it. It'd be one thing if it was just that much nicer, but it does not come with a disk drive. Like they don't have a model with a disk drive. So you've got to buy like $80-$90 disk drive to then plug into it. And if the internet's down, it doesn't even work because it's
mm.
depending on like a Wi-Fi connection to operate. So no,
They
I
learned
will
from
definitely
Apple there, huh? Like Apple, they got
yeah.
rid of the headphone jack, so you had to buy a thing adapter if you had the old headphone jack and you do all that. Like Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for the raid there, Lucky Dog. Lucky Dog with the raid.
Hey, what's
Much
up?
appreciated there. Lucky Dog was streaming there. I think he's playing Fortnite. So he's playing that Fortnite there. Very awesome there. That's something we could talk about real quick. Talk about the price increases there, the
Yeah.
reasoning behind that. So that news, of course, along with Gamescom, all the biggest trailers and our thoughts on that. I just really wanted to do a stream probably just test out this new mic, test out this equipment I got, just to make sure my voice sounds more crisp, more richer, more thicker. There, very, very much good there. So hopefully it's coming across good for you. How's it coming across there for you there, Lucky Dog? Am I inside your ears there, Lucky Dog? Do you feel me inside of you? I hope so. With this new mic, that's what they promised me. Sounds great. Oh, thank you. Okay. All right. I'm about to see that tonight as well. I got a screening for Honey Don't. That's the new Ethan Cohen film starring Margaret Qualley. I'm about to see that tonight. I got a screening for that. I hear it's not very good, which but I have a screening for it.
You need both brothers, man. You gotta have both
Yeah.
of them.
I think Joe Cohen, I think he's done some good stuff by himself.
Yeah.
Because didn't he do Macbeth? I think he did that by himself, right?
Is that him? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
with
maybe it's just one brother's doing the heavier lifting.
yeah. Oh yeah, so he did do that. He did the one with Macbeth with Denzel Washington. Yeah, he did that, which was very
Okay.
good. I think you can watch that on Apple TV, I think. Speaking about prices raising, Apple TV said they're raising their subscription price as well. They said 30%
Oh.
increase. So everything's going up. They're like, shit, everything. Everybody's going up now.
That's the way for them.
There you go. That inflation's hitting, man. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, and we're gonna do that. Then afterwards, there we'll discuss the news and then trailers, and then I'll go ahead and raid somebody. I was gonna raid Lucky Dog, but the bastard raided me first. So I'll raid somebody else there. Yadira is on, she's playing Fortnite. Geek Dom is on. He's playing that Wu Chang Fallen Feathers there. I've seen him play also that Shire game. I was watching him play it. Very relaxing, very chilling.
Yeah.
There he playing there, collecting some berries. There he was. So very cool there. He has this cool channel point reward that people can do where they can talk to AI Sam Jackson. And I asked AI Sam Jackson, what is the best route to get to Mordor? And he did the whole thing. That was very good there. He detailed what the best route is. What do you think the best route to get to Mordor is?
Eagle?
Eagle. Well, hey, that's simple. Yeah, just fly with the eagle. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you be able to find your way. I mean, it wasn't GPS back then, in it, so I don't think anybody pulled out Waze in Lord of the Rings. Uh,
Nope.
but yeah, so he's on playing that. Yeah, so good people on. We can rate after this. Yes, Drive Away Dolls was the other movie that Ethan Cohen did with Margaret Qualley as well was in it. She was also a lesbian in that, and she's gonna be a lesbian in Honey Don't. I don't know. Maybe he's in his lesbian phase. Maybe he really, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to tell us something there with that.
I'm sure Hideo Kojima will be a big fan.
Yeah. I mean, he Hideo Kojima took a photo with Margaret Qualley, didn't he? I think
She
he.
was in that. She was in the first Death Stranding as
Oh, she
one of
was
the
in the
main
first one.
cast already. Yep.
Oh, okay.
She
So
she she makes like a brief appearance in two, but doesn't have any voice lines, so she didn't come back for the sequel. But she's a big character in the first game.
oh, okay. So he's already scanned her. It's already
Yep.
done. Okay. So the scan is complete. All
Stan
right.
is complete.
It'd be funny if you found out that Hideo Kojima he was doing some shit like in Black Mirror, like that episode USS Callister, like he was scanning them, and then he had his own virtual world, shit like that.
if if
Um,
if he ever turns out to have done anything shady, that's probably exactly what it would be.
yeah. Okay.
It couldn't just be normal shady; it would be sci-fi shady.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. All right. She is very good. I do like Margaret Qualley. I think she's out of the Nepo babies, she's pretty good. She's all right there out of the Nepo babies. All right. So any game you want to talk about first there?
I mean, I guess I have them in a just the order that I sent you the trailers for. It's not really in any particular preferred order, but the very first thing they showed, which is actually this is like a pre-show, like a maybe 20-minute pre-show that happens too. There's this Jet Set Radio inspired. It was a Densha attack. Is the title?
So you said Genshin Attack?
It's DENSHA or and then SH and then attack. It's definitely like a Japanese title. I'm not sure what it means actually.
Okay. So we're about to get into reactions for Gamescom there. All the biggest announcements, trailers, things like that. So Genshin Attack is the first one there. I'll go ahead, cue this up, and play this trailer. All right, let's take a look at it.
Hello, we're Undercoders, and in the studio,
Oh,
Barcelona.
I think this is an
We
interview.
focus on developing 3D platforms.
Oh, this is developer breakdown. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Let me.
it's got this like Jet Set Radio
Ah,
inspired aesthetic, and then it seems like kind of Tony Hawk a little gameplay a bit, but also like the like goofiness of like a Katamari almost.
so it's like Subway Surfers if you were the subway.
You were the subway, and then like you also had to do like Tony Hawk balance mechanics. But then I mean, it even escalates beyond that. You also got Voltrons.
Mm, okay. Interesting.
There's like boss fights and combat going on, and it just looks like a simple game, but like one of those just like kind of very inventive, creative sort of platformer combat games.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a train platformer game there. I do see the Jet Set Radio kind of impacted, even with the character at the end. Very
Yeah.
kind of very Jet Set Radio like there.
Super cell shaded, very cartoony art style.
Mm. This is spring 2026 is the release date, is the planned release date for that. Available there pretty much on all systems there, it seems like. No mention of Switch, though. It just seems like it's just Xbox, Steam, and then PlayStation there. No mention of
I'd be
Nintendo
surprised
Switch.
if it doesn't make its way to Switch eventually. I mean, it seems like most indie games do, even if they start out on one or the other. But it seems like a good kind of on the go game, honestly. So I feel like it would make a lot of sense to be on the Switch. But
Mm, okay. All right. Did you want to take us to the next one?
yeah, so they also dropped a new trailer. We've seen this one a few times now, but the new Onimusha Way of the Sword,
All
which
right.
is
Onimusha, man, the
somewhat
sword.
of a revival, right? Of an old PS2 series. Now, I'm not super familiar with the PS2 ones. Did you play any of those back in the day?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay. You
So
got me beat on that
yeah, finally a game that I got you beat on there.
one.
It, oh, geez.
Where are my manners? Hello there, fallen samurai.
Yeah, things with a lot of eyeballs. I've never been good with that. Like when things got a lot of for some reason, I just like eyeballs and things like teeth. When somebody has like a lot of teeth everywhere, like I can't stand that. I just uh
There was a monster in I think it was called, I want to say it was called Channel Zero, a little horror anthology. There was a monster that was literally just made of teeth, and it would like
yeah.
blink and walk around.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah, I just cannot I cannot stand that. Creeps me the fuck out.
To think something like this was right under the city.
Parry system seems like it's going on there.
What fearsome power! Be careful!
I mean, they very much said they're not trying to go for like a Souls-like feel to the combat. Like this definitely is remaining this type of action game that the other games in the back in the day, kind of that slightly more Devil May Cry-ish sort of fast-paced, just kind of pure action game thing.
I don't know. I mean, does the action combat look kind of Devil May Cry? It looks kind of more
Well,
slower paced,
it's definitely a lot slower paced, but when I say that, I just mean in terms of it being
free
like the
flow.
character, yeah, and like just like the character action genre where you've got combo pages and upgrade systems, and but not in the like RPG stat allocation, like finding like loot and changing out your gear sort of way that you might get with like a bigger RPG. Like they're still kind of trying to maintain just that kind of fully focused on being an action game and not throwing all these other mechanics in unnecessarily.
What fearsome power! Be careful!
That seems like something maybe you got to dodge or you can like
Be
that
careful!
kind of glowing when he tackles him there.
Yeah, that's definitely like a grab
Be careful!
move.
Yeah.
Oh, righteous! And after everything you and your awful kind put him through, too. Were you feeling left out? Let me show you something to cheer you up.
Okay, a little bit more faster pace right here. Okay,
Noise controlling this lightning.
magical items there. Okay.
Different weapon types and spells and stuff.
I'm terrible.
Kind of, you think they got a little inspiration from Black Myth Wukong a little bit, maybe?
Oh no, I mean I think it's just the kind of I think it's just the Japanese kind of imagery of the clothes and stuff from a bygone time period. Um, I still see a lot of differences in like the color palette and kind of the shapes of the designs and stuff there. Um, I think it could. I think those games are. There's going to inevitably be some of those similarities, just because they're both from a much closer part of the world to each other. But I don't know. I don't see it like being too specifically the same.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Um. All right. So another big trailer. There. Did you want to do Ghost of Yote? They announced there. Kind of
Sure, we can do that one next.
multiplayer DLC. Uh,
Yeah.
so so they did a Ghost of Yote there.
Well,
Uh,
this will be free too. It'll just be an update that'll come sometime after the launch of the game. It's very much they did the same thing with the first one. The Legends mode it's like the folk tales that people in the world are telling about the ghost because they don't really know who you are, even though the main story of these games is very grounded in the real world. So it's like basically playing the folk tales that are like the rumors about what people think are happening, and that's why you get like the fantasy elements mixed in.
The end of the world is this only in our mind.
Are you going to give me a lie?
what were they doing back then? Opium, right? Was it opium? That's coffee.
And mine, yeah, that's why I'm smoking opium in there.
Yeah.
Hey, how else are you gonna?
That looks pretty gorgeous in the snow. That looks really great.
Swordsmith
It's
sword.
it's beautiful.
I watched that
Honestly.
tree burn. How did you escape?
Same way. I survived every battle. Thought of killing you.
Oh, so maybe the wolf you got maybe it does get involved in the action there. Maybe.
I think I read recently that it does actually serve as like a combat mechanic.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
I like that a lot.
Ruthless spirits wandering the land, driven by vengeance. Sometimes I feel like that is what I am.
Hmm. Okay, and it's free DLC too.
Yep.
So that's always good.
Yeah. Just a nice update once the game's been out for a bit. I mean, we talked about this one a few times on the show before. I think it looks amazing. I don't know if I have that much new to say about it, but I can't wait. I mean, the first one was so good, and Sucker Punch is a studio has really yet to like terribly let me down with any of their games. I feel like they've mostly just gotten better as they've gone on. So yeah, I can't wait for this.
All right. Well, since we were talking about Black Myth Wukong already, might as well discuss the reveal of a sequel that's coming there. I'm probably about to butcher this name, but is it Zong Ku?
I haven't heard it pronounced like by anyone else yet, so that's what I have called referred to it as. But I'll find out at some point in the near future how to say it the right way for sure.
Okay. Let's take a look at this. A reveal trailer for a sequel coming there. Black Myth Wukong. Hopefully, there's some women in it this time. They have any women in it, so hopefully, there's some women in it, man.
Brother, help me.
These accents really threw me off.
Why is that? What do you think the accents sound like?
Well, because they're speaking in the trailer, they're speaking English and they're like
Oh.
Cockney British accents.
Yeah, because in the game, mostly in the first one, they just spoke all Japanese or Chinese. I'm sorry.
Well, there was an English dub, which actually sounded pretty good. So I like it if you get Black Myth Wukong at any point. You just, or no, you do have it. If you do play it, the English dub's actually not bad. But I played it in subtitle, just for the authenticity of the language. But I don't remember hearing like any straight up like British accents or like European accents like that. At least from what I heard of Black Myth Wukong's dub. So hearing these just like very British voices, it just threw me off for what the setting of the game is.
Look at that belly of yours. Where's the mountain? Hey, you're falling flat, losing again.
Damn, that's Cockney.
The mask will take us back, as long as we keep that mountain in our heart.
It's not like characters from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Flogging, life spared. What risk going back? This place, we've got food on our table and
He kind of sounds like the dude whose eye kept coming out.
Yeah. There was the two of them that were always together. That was an odd choice. I feel like, I don't know. Not that you can't have a dub for sure, but I would have just gone with a subtitled trailer.
Were these enemy types in the first game?
You did fight a couple of tiger bosses, but not like that. One that like walked around on all fours like that.
That's a big tiger there. And Ganondorf is there? What was that?
And that I believe is supposed to be this main character here, because this is a sequel in a more anthology sense. So like this is then a game based off of a completely different myth, like
Okay.
a totally different character and story. Now I don't know if they're planning on having it take place within the same world or not. They might be, but this is like all just now exploring a completely other legend, mythology or story at least.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting there. Let me see how you pronounce it here. I can just ask Google. That's what Google's for there.
It's mostly what it is nowadays.
So this is I'll pull it up here. So this is, I guess, how you're supposed to say it. Right here.
Name pronunciation. If you want to learn more confusing names, including from Chinese mythology, stay tuned. This is the name of Black Myth. The Chinese pronunciation, Gamescom, Zhong Gui.
Zhong Kui. Okay.
Zhang Kui. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a very, very, very light knowledge on this. I really don't know much about it. I just know that the character here is like he like captures spirits or like or hunts them. Something like some sort of title of like a ghost king or king of ghosts or something. Oh, yep, there it is. It's my knowledge is like real loose on this one.
Zhong Kui is able to command 80,000 demons to his bidding and often associated with the 5 bats of fortune. I don't know who the 5 bats of fortune are, but worship iconography of Zhong Kui later spread to other Eastern Asian countries. He's regarded as a vanquisher of ghosts and evil beings. Okay, so there we go. So maybe more mythical there, magic wise, I guess, with this Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, and you did have a lot of spells you could do in Wukong in the first one, but I could see this character being more focused around being like a spell caster, maybe.
Yeah,
like that. My knowledge is real light, so he may have a very defined like melee combat iconic weaponry or that I might just not be aware of too.
Yeah, so we'll see there. No release date, just an announcement that they're working on it. It's coming.
Well, and then because this was the last thing they showed at the end of the show, and then they Mr. Keeley on stage, he did say that that the studio also allowed him to say that Journey West is not over. So there's been some teases about DLC for Black Myth Wukong, and that was like a very, very direct, like, yes, that is being worked on still. So there's a whole new game, and then there is still the expansion in the works.
Okay, very awesome there. Another trailer here, Halloween. There. So, you have John Quee who vanquishes demons. We have a demon of our own that's wandering the streets of Michael Myers there. They're stalking teenagers and babysitters. So there was a game announcement for Halloween there at Gamescom. Let's check this out. Executive produced by John Carpenter, who's seems like a big gamer himself. Seems like John Carpenter is into video.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear that, because I just never would have expected it. But apparently he loves video games.
Yeah. What does he usually play? I think he plays like BioShock or.
That would be my guess, but I don't know for sure, honestly.
I forgot exactly what he said he plays, but yeah.
A quiet town, just like hundreds of other small towns all across America.
I don't know if I like this person doing Dr. Loomis. I don't know if I like this. Oh,
It's a bit of a weird sounding. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like him.
yeah.
A town just like yours. But it was here on October 31st, 1963. No motive, no warning, no provocation, just senseless death. I met him 15 years ago. I thought there was hope, that he could be reached. But what I met was not a child. No emotion. Perhaps not even human.
Yeah, he's really fucking up that
15 years
speech
later,
and
he returned
monologue.
home.
Yeah.
What happened that night was only the beginning.
Damn, she's running weird, ain't she?
That
What the
night
hell?
home.
Just wow,
What
arms
happened
going
that
everywhere.
night
Right?
was only
Damn.
the beginning.
Yeah, that's an
It wasn't
odd.
just a killing
That's
spree.
an odd run.
It was a reckoning.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's still in early development. They're still working out.
You can't
Well, this
stop it.
isn't even like the.
You can't
I
reason
don't think
with
this
it.
is in-game footage either. I
You
think
can't
this is just
kill
a
the
cinematic
boogeyman.
trailer.
Yeah. So. I love that music for Halloween. Love this great music.
The music is iconic, classic music.
So Halloween video game coming, a single player, multiplayer horror experience coming in 2026 there. But seems like it's going to be similar to other horror games that we've gotten, things like Evil Dead, things like Dead by Daylight. I don't play any of those games. But.
So the fact that there's a focus on being single player and multiplayer, it's possible that there might be more to it. But the sense I'm getting is that you're going to have your multiplayer game mode where somebody's playing as Michael Myers and somebody's playing as the victim, right? Trying to go where multiple people are. And then I believe that the single player mode is going to be, you can play basically the same gameplay. It's just that you don't have to go online. So like Michael Myers is taking control of by like the computer or something instead of a player. I think that's probably what we're looking at here, because this is the same studio, I believe, that did like the Predator game that was like that type of multiplayer game. And I think it's the same company that did a few of this style of these. So it'd be cool if there was more to the single player, but I don't know if it's just based on the track record. It just seems like that's probably not what it's going to be.
Here's IGN. They're interviewing the developer of the game there, and they asked the question, how will the single player mode actually work? You mentioned story. How extensive will that be? And the person said here, it says, well, so we can't really talk that much about that because that's definitely a different phase. But we are working with John Carpenter there. We are working with Malik Akey there, president of Compass International Pictures. We've got some really great writers that we're working with to bring it to this world, bring this world to it. It will crisscross the film a lot. When we take an IP, we really have to be a fan of it. We turn down IPs more than we chase IPs. We know this film like the back of our hands. And so there's a lot of things that I think that if you have never seen the film, you'll get this great experience. But if you have seen the film, you'll see those really cool moments that you've seen for decades. If you're a fan and just know who Michael Myers is, and you've seen a couple of the newer films, that'll be cool. But I think that'll be fun for people to be able to really connect to the OG film. That's what he says there. So
maybe there's some story going on there. Maybe there's a little more to it. I hope so. I certainly hope so. Because anytime they get these IP, I feel like so often we just get those multiplayer games, and it would be nice to kind of have that change and not be like the trend anymore.
Yeah. Well, we're already talking about horror. Might as well go to one of the biggest games announced at Gamescom. The trailer that showed there, Resident Evil Requiem. There, we got gameplay now for this. So let's check out this trailer. It's kind of a long one, almost probably 4 minutes. So let's check it out. And what was her name again on this character's name?
Grace Ashcroft, and this is her mother here, Alyssa, who was a character in Resident Evil Outbreak, which was just one of the many spin-offs happening during the PlayStation 2 era.
Gotcha.
Hey, well, if you're gonna work so late,
Get some sleep, eh?
I'm almost done. Just a sec.
That's really coming down.
Bad posture there. Oh, that's not good for the back.
Mom, phone.
That's how I'm sitting right now.
Mom.
It's right beside you.
Hello?
Miss Ashcroft?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me.
Rude.
What the?
They're coming. Grace, we need to go.
Go where? Mom, what's going on?
Hurry.
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong?
Shh. We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
Come on.
Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time.
Seems like this is where it transitions into gameplay footage here from just
Yeah, it transitions very, very well. That is still cutscene where they're running, but I can point out exactly what happens. Right there.
Yeah. Follow mom. All right.
Mom, wait.
That's a good command.
Grace, keep moving.
It's got to be one of the smoothest cutscene to gameplay transitions I have seen in the game.
Who's that? Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
It's really no excuse.
Scary running into Lewis Black in the middle of the night.
I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my.
Oh, geez.
Come on in, Grace.
And who's potentially that?
I have no idea. They're being very light on story, like specific plot beats so far with the marketing, which I think is great. Don't show too much. But I'm really, I don't know much about what to even expect here. other than there's another creature in this footage that I maybe have an inkling what it could be, but yeah, who knows if we're tying things back to Umbrella or this is a different organization. Clearly, that guy is infected by something, but also smart enough to use a weapon and like sneak up on someone. So it can't just be like a pure zombie, which we'll see. Bag on the knife almost give more serial killer vibes.
Grace, look at me. Grab my hands. Okay, look at me. Look at me. In and out. Breathe in and out. Oh, Grace. I promise you, I will explain this all to you one of these days. Grace. Please know that you are my hope. Never forget that.
What are you talking about?
Just, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Mom, I'm scared.
No. We need to find a way out of here now.
But we don't have any of our stuff.
We can come back for it later, Grace.
Resident Evil. And I'm gonna show some more footage there. What?
Yeah,
February-
you gotta get the footage of that creature in there.
Yeah, February 27th though, 2026. There, so it's pretty soon. It's not that far away. February's gonna be coming up pretty soon there.
Oh,
so.
it'll be here before we know it. And I love that because there's also a trailer we'll get to, but there's going to be a Silent Hill game and a Resident Evil game coming out within like 4 months of each other. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. So was this right here? So this is gameplay demo, right?
Yeah. There's a bunch of different outlets got some hands-on time with it. Yeah, and then this thing, which is like your stalker enemy
Gee.
that you can't fight and have to run away from.
Jeez.
Now, I don't know anything for sure, but it looks like and kind of sounds like even like it might be Lisa Trevor, which was a monster from the original game. Now, it could be something else. I'm not like certain about that, but it just has a very similar look. And a lot of the footage in this new trailer was like definitely a flashback because the first trailer from a couple months ago, it started. She's working at the office at the FBI, and they very explicitly saying like she's going to go investigate something at the place that her mom died in. So that's definitely like a flashback or an opening scene or something that we're seeing there. It's also very hard to tell like what order or any of this is happening in, and then also like what locations any of this is happening in. So if it is Lisa Trevor, that ties into the whole revisiting Raccoon City thing. But if it's in this other hotel somewhere totally separate, then I have no idea what this thing is. It's something completely unrelated.
Seems like they're trying to get our blood here.
Yep, she was definitely having her blood drained.
You know, a creature who needs blood in Resident Evil, like.
I mean, they did have, you know, kind of like Resident Evil's take on vampires in the last game, but I don't think it's connected to that. I'm pretty sure this is all different.
I'm gonna skip forward ahead a little bit here, just to see. This is.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No.
I was gonna say the mechanic that they're also showing too in this demo is they're doing a lot with lights, and the lighting it's just I think a big part of why this game looks so visually pleasing is just the quality of the lighting. But this creature, it won't follow you into rooms with the lights on, but the lights can also go out due to the storm happening. So you can also have to like very quickly leave a room that was safe here. And I think that's a really cool little extra just beats to the rhythm of the gameplay.
I think that's what she was doing right there with the fuse right there.
Yep.
Okay. Let me see. I skipped to the part there with the. Oh, there goes the creature right there. We see a little bit of it. But right now, as you see, she's holding a lighter there. Oh, you see how the creature kind of jumps there as soon as the lighter goes out. Okay.
Yeah, it's this is a good monster design. I like the second I saw it, I was like, oh, that's gonna be memorable. That's gonna stick out. And Resident Evil, you'd almost expect the whole stalker enemy thing to get maybe old after a while, but they keep finding ways to just with the designs and the kind of aesthetic and personality of the whole thing, they keep managing to outdo themselves or just find ways to keep it like it still feels like a fresh mechanic.
Anything else you want me to kind of show here in the gameplay demo?
Not necessarily specifically. I guess it's the other thing I'll note here as you're clicking through it though is what we found out with the first trailer, you could play in third or first person, and you could switch whenever you want. But what I thought was cool is they also announced there's like a third mode you could go with where the game will naturally swap between first and third person depending on what the developers think is most effective, like from scene to scene. And I think that's really cool because like that means like neither camera perspective is designed, with more effort necessarily than the other. It's very much like these are both like full detailed, like thought out ways to play the game. And there's even like just being able to swap between them and have that be like a curated kind of version of it, I think is really cool.
Yeah. So I mentioned like when she runs is like different is when she's kind of running normally, and then when she's running when she's scared, how she kind of is more frank.
Yeah, that's really cool. She's the character in the animations, like the how much she's reacting to the situation at hand. I really like that. And then it's also just like they talked about already too how it's like if you keep going back to some of the older characters, you can't have them be scared so much anymore. This is like I think some of the most effective I've ever seen because of the animation, like actually conveying how scared a character is in the game. Because I don't know if they've ever really done something like quite this detailed before. Like if anybody has, honestly.
Oh, and you see them react to the light right there, like it kind of burns them
Yep.
there. Kind of like some
Yeah,
Alan
it's
Wake.
straight up like yeah, actually.
Let's take a look at that again real quick. Kind of just she's trying. This creature's trying to enter the room, and then
Yeah.
burns them right there.
I wonder if it's blind, maybe, or I don't know, because it could clearly it could see through the doorway and it could see that there were lights on, but it still came in anyway, and it wasn't until it felt the burning that it backed out again.
Yeah, and then it like crawled up into the ceiling or something.
Yep. Yeah, there's shots of it crawling like out of the ceiling and stuff, and it's like it almost looks like a slug the way it's like dragging its body out. It's super weird.
Yeah. So, short time. Yeah, February. Be here before you know it. 27th. Hopefully, it doesn't get pushed back. Hopefully, it does not get pushed.
I don't think it will. Capcom is like maybe the best currently in the industry about just like they really wait until these games are until they're like sure about how close they are to done. Like Resident Evil 2 remake announced in like June, came out in January. 4 remake was like announced in December, came out in April. They have like really tight windows on these Capcom games.
Okay. Well, there was since we're talking about it, Silent Hill already. There was a trailer that they did for Gamescom. Like I said, we talked about pretty much every trailer for Silent Hill F so far. When is it coming out? It's coming out
That comes out September 24th, I believe, or 25th.
September 20th. So almost a month away.
Yeah.
There, almost a month away from it there. So this is you think this is probably the final trailer we'll get before September 4th?
There will probably be a trailer like the day before it comes out, but I bet this is at least the second to last.
Okay. Let's take a look at it.
Last seen fleeing Tsuneyoshi Shrine. Exercise extreme caution.
And this is the story trailer.
Saved my life.
Yeah, it's the first one with the English
Claim to my soul.
dubbed voices, which
In
I'll be
turn,
honest, it does maybe throw the vibe and tone off just a little bit to me. But
I shall save your souls by claiming the life of your old self.
What's that?
I should save your soul by claiming the life of
What
your
is this
old
place?
self. Interesting.
This way.
I better get going.
Okay, we see her use that weapon here. Okay, so a little bit more action there, a little bit. Okay. I don't exactly know what that weapon is called here, but
the long
yeah.
thing, a Naginata.
You said what? You said? Say one more time.
A Naginata.
Okay, gotcha.
With that in mind, today's a bit too extraordinary.
So this is where you are. I wondered where you had gone. You need to start getting ready. It's time to say your goodbyes.
So do you think it's
You're going
permanently
to
going to be her in this other world and not in the real world? Like most of the game is going to take place in that. Like,
I think it'll follow the same structure as other Silent Hills, where you'll go through like a large portion of like the fog worlds, or closer to the real world, and then you'll get like either the same environment or like a big kind of extended like spiral into the more kind of weird other world part. I think it'll probably follow somewhat of that formula, where you'll kind of be going back and forth between the two a little bit.
With your own hands. What's going on?
damn.
No. It's got my home too. The halls, the doors, everything's changed.
Okay, so yeah, she's saying everything's changed. So maybe she enters the other world here at this point in the game. And she looks like she's already had a rough time. Man.
Yeah.
Who are you? Please. Just die.
It must be hard for you to bid farewell to childhood friends.
Yes. No.
Okay. The Nine-Tailed Fox.
Yeah, that's the first time I believe that character's made an appearance in any of the trailers so far. I definitely still believe that there's probably some like arranged marriage stuff going on with, just again, there's like kind of a wedding gown look to the flowers that they do in that first trailer. And no, just knowing kind of the subject matter that they talked about the game being, and specifically like very specific to something women would deal with in the 60s and kind of pre-modern. I get this. I still get the sense that's probably some of what this is about.
Yeah, especially when he says that, saying goodbye to childhood friends, and maybe she has to kill her younger self there, her child self, and embrace this new adult role there. It seems interesting. All this Nine-Tailed Fox imagery here with the statue.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what the Nine-Tailed Fox is supposed to represent there.
I've seen it used in a few different ways, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this would be going for.
Be done as soon as I could.
September 20. All right, you've already pre-ordered.
I have not.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. Okay, my mistake. Well, I know some people.
Metal Gear. I have.
Okay. I know some people talk about the prices for this. That has also increased. In Australia, I think the price for this was like $130 there.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can pull it up there. I sent you it. But yeah, in Canada, they also said it was the same thing. It was like high price for this, also in the hundreds there. Canadian. Yeah, I mean, do you think in the US it'll be something similar? $90 we're looking at, $80?
Last I checked, it was still $59.99.
Okay. Still
Or
59.
60, probably not 69.99. But it hadn't gone up here yet, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So let me see if I can find that. But yeah, a lot of people talking about the prices of Silent Hill F there with that. Are you gonna try to get the physical copy, the Steelbook? I know you were very impressed by that.
I believe that Steelbook, as cool as it is, I think was a UK only though. I don't think you could order it here.
You can only okay, you can't order it here. Oh, that's a shame. So it says in
Yeah, so they,
Australia.
they do that a lot where there's like region specific special editions.
Okay. So it says in Australia, the day one edition of Silent Hill F is available for pre-order at approximately 129.95 on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S. Retailers like PlayStation EB Games, JB Hi-Fi, and through Amazon AU. Okay. Yeah, so sucks to be in Australia, I guess.
Yeah.
uh, and then Canada, let's see here. Uh, it says here, it seems like it's 99.99 Canadian.
Yeah.
There. So kind
Yeah,
of
that's brutal. It's not good. I mean, that's definitely too much for a single video game. I mean, that's a crazy price. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I certainly hope that we don't see that here too, but I guess it's a waiting game.
yeah. The other thing, if also people want the deluxe edition, they probably it says that they have to pay in the hundreds. So if they want the deluxe edition as well. So
Yeah, that's just the basic one. That's not much. That's crazy.
all right. Let's see here. What other trailer would you suggest there, Sage? Let's see.
Um, well, let's see. Why don't we keep with the horror theme and just kind of follow that path there. There was a new trailer for Kronos: The New Dawn, which is the kind of dead spacey sci-fi one that is by the Gruber team that did the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Okay, let's check this out. Yeah. Let's see here. Um, let's see. Kronos: The New Dawn, a new breed of horror. There was the title on this video that PlayStation put up there. All right, let's check this out. Let's take a look. I feel like I know that song. I don't know.
I definitely recognize it. I couldn't tell you the name, but it is this game is taking place in like a apocalyptic 1980s Poland. So there's a little bit of like an 80s pop thing going on too with some of the stuff here.
It's the sequel to Stray. Oh, okay.
Are you glad to see me, friend?
You get upgrades from petting the cats, apparently. I did read that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pet the cat all the time. Interesting kind of platform elements there.
And there's like it's a big time travel thing too going on here where you're like trying to find like the mutants of specific people and like capture some sort of their like soul or essence or something and then take it like back into another point in time with you. And then the cool thing too with the gameplay is if like a new enemy comes into a room and you don't kill it fast enough, it can go over to the ones you've already killed and absorb them and like get bigger and tougher. So like there's like a strategy to the way the enemies are kind of trying to constantly like consume each other. That's interesting.
I like the song. Good song. Okay. Something
And the
poppy.
destroyed environment of the game is also like a very specific, real Polish city too. So it's all modeled after like a very specific location.
Okay. Oh, geez. Yeah.
So that's a lot one that ate or consumed a lot of different smaller ones, I think, and then yeah, that's what can happen.
And then what's happening to the main character there? Like they're kind of exposed there, or
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, some of the, like they just get seems like they're I can't say if they're exposed or they're hurt or they're looks like they're hurt, damaged.
Yeah,
There.
yeah, it definitely looks like there's like chunks kind of ripped out. They're walking kind of weird too, so.
Oh shit, the dude from Silent Hill, he made an appearance. Oh, he's in this game. It's a crossover. Oh wow, look at that.
That face does look like it. It definitely looks like it.
Yeah. That actress looks familiar. She looks familiar.
Yeah, she does. I can't think of what, but I definitely feel like I've seen her before.
Oh, it's coming pretty soon. Okay, September 5th, very soon.
So we're getting a lot of horror, a lot of good horror stuff coming up.
Okay. What do you think? So, I mean, we've seen trailers for this before. Kind of, this seems like the most expansive trailer. Last trailer you got was more story based. This is more action gameplay based.
Yeah, I think
Intrigued?
it looks like a lot of fun. I'm intrigued. I feel like I still don't really get the story very much. I feel like they're not saying, and maybe it might just be because they don't want to spoil it or there's a lot to it. I do want to. That's the thing I feel like I have the most questions about is like I just don't know if I get what the narrative is really meant to be. But I think gameplay wise, it looks a lot of fun. I mean, it looks like kind of some match meeting points between Silent Hill and Dead Space, but I feel like it's still doing some enough of its own kind of flavor to it. The Poland setting, the kind of 80s retro sci-fi feel to it, the time travel, that's kind of different. The way the enemies absorb each other, I think that's a pretty creative idea. So there's a lot here that I think is very promising. I just kind of want to know like what is it like? What is actually the story? I don't because I don't feel like I really get that yet.
Yeah. Would it be a first day buy, you think?
Um, I would probably be willing to do a day one for this because they did such a good job with the Silent Hill 2 remake, but I also kind of want to see a few reviews and just see. I think I feel burned from the Callisto Protocol. I think that's what it is keeping me just slightly from going all in.
Okay. Chronos New Dawn very shortly in a few weeks, a couple weeks it'll be there. So I'll be looking out for reviews for it. If it's pretty good, I'll probably just if you want a copy, I'll probably just send you a copy there.
I mean, that'd be awesome.
I'll try to apply for a code for it. Let's see if we can get a code. Did you want to stay with horror? We could do. I think there's some action stuff there.
I was gonna say if I think there's only one more horror thing I could even suggest, and this wasn't actually at the Gamescom show, but we never touched on that Hellraiser trailer. I was gonna suggest that just as an extension of all the horror talk.
Yes, I know you've been eager to talk about that. I'm sorry I brushed it off for so long.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
So let's get into this. Hellraiser trailer. Like I said, it's pretty old, but good to talk about. Sage is excited about it, so we'll take a look at it. I haven't seen it either, so let's look. What'd you think about that uh legacy sequel kind of movie?
Oh yeah, the 2022 one.
Yeah.
I watched it recently. I actually haven't seen it, so I just kind of sat down and I thought, what the hell? Right after the trailer for this came out, I thought it was okay. Some really good makeup and like creature effects for the Cenobites. I thought that looked really good. And some of the gore I thought was done well, but I felt like the characters, the whole cast of characters, felt like very typical teenage slasher movie cast characters. And at least the original two Hellraisers, which I think are the only like really, I mean, great movies in that franchise, it's just the first two. I feel like you have one character that is younger, but I could be wrong, but I thought she was more like 20 rather than a teenager even. But even with that character, everybody else in the movie around her are these much older, much more adult characters, and I felt like Hellraiser did not feel like a teen slasher movie. You know, like it felt like it was about a very different sort of, let's get into this like sexual sadism and all this bondage. Like it's like a bondage themed horror film, right? And so I thought that, yeah, that 2022 one, it's just like the writing and the way the characters interacted with each other. It just felt like very typical slasher. And I just feel like that's just not really what made those Hellraiser movies work. Is like that's just not the type of movie it was. So
Have a void.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. Hopefully this is okay for
a desirous.
Which it's as long as it's in a video game, it's fine.
Okay.
You
got
played Outlast, and Outlast is way worse than that on Twitch.
Okay.
A desirous gaping heart.
That is Doug Bradley.
That's who?
Doug voiceover. That is Doug Bradley as the voice of Pinhead.
Yes.
It thirsts for excruciating pleasure.
They just randomly got the box in the place, huh?
The very thing we offer. She is hellbound. Follow her, for we have such sights to show you.
Now this is actually a fully single player like story game.
Okay. So you actually can fight back here, just.
Yeah, and we'll see if you can fight back against. I bet there will be certain types of creatures that you can't fight back against. Like there's that big one that looked like something maybe you'd have to run away from. But there's some screenshots too, like on like the PlayStation product page, and there's like shots of like you've got a gun, you've got weapons. There are smaller like demons that you're dealing with. So there is like a sort of Resident Evil 7, 8, 9 kind of gunplay stuff happening there. There is full-on combat. There is the puzzle solving of something that you might expect from a Resident Evil or maybe even an Outlast sort of thing. It also looks like you're carrying actually carrying the puzzle box in the gameplay. If you remember in the original movie, at the end, she uses it to like get rid of him, right? She like does like the right configuration. She can kind of. So I think you'll probably end up using the puzzle box as a gameplay mechanic, and they maybe expand on what it's capable of or how many things you can do with it for gameplay reasons. But I think that's pretty smart, clever way to do it. And just the look of it, it looks like those movies so perfectly, so exactly. Like certain screenshots, I would think it was a still from one of those first two movies if I didn't know better.
And no release date, just says wish list. You can put it on your wish list right now. So we'll follow up with that when there's a new trailer for that coming out. So looks pretty good there. All right. I know you got to leave pretty soon. So
we I think we could probably finish the list of trailers for sure that I have here.
Okay. I see you also have Ninja Gaiden there.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Ninja Gaiden 4. You got that one listed there. So let's pull up that trailer for that one at Gamescom there. And this is a story trailer. Awesome. So let's take a look at it. Gamescom. Ninja Gaiden 4. I know that Switch version is out. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, the digital version is out right now. I know they're going to release the physical copy of it.
I think that also looks really great.
Yeah.
The Hayabusa and Raven ninja clans have fought to keep peace, with the Hayabusa clan in the spotlight. But your clan, the Raven clan, has always had a secret motive.
Thanks. I owe you one. Hayabusa.
Mech Samurai there.
And this is Team Ninja has done the other Ninja Gaiden games of this style. And then this is the first time. This is a collaboration between Team Ninja and then Platinum Games, which is the studio that does stuff like Bayonetta.
Understood.
Okay.
I think you can definitely see that same sort of speed to the gameplay that has.
Away from the dark
Oh, yeah.
dragon seal. Go back home to your little raven nest.
Who's the character from Metal Gear Solid with the
Raiden.
Raiden? Kind of looks like a more kind of twink version of Raiden a little bit. I don't know.
Well, the spin-off where you played as Raiden, that was also Platinum Games. So that's totally the same feel as that as well.
Mortal such as yourself has heard of me? I'm sure. Die, insect.
I'm loving that combat. I'm loving the action of it.
Yeah, I think this looks pretty phenomenal. I mean, Platinum has always been a great action game studio. I mean, I think some of the Bayonetta games are some of the best anyone has ever done. I think it's a great studio to get to make a game in this franchise. Perfect fit.
So will it be you're playing two characters, or you're playing maybe both, or you just?
I believe you're playing as two characters here because it's like a new main character in this that is brand new, has not been in a game before, and then also playing as the Urayu Hayabusa character that's in all of the other ones. So it's kind of like it almost feels like a Devil May Cry 4 where they introduced the Nero character, and then you also still played as Dante too. It's kind of got that feel a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully people have
better than that though.
Yeah, have a better reaction to it. Than that there.
As long as the second half of the game isn't the first half of the game but backwards, then I think we'll probably be all right.
Yeah. Something kind of similar to Ninja Gaiden. We can talk about Sekiro. There's an anime coming out of that.
Yeah.
So there's that. So there's Sekiro No Defeat. There. Let's take a look at that. So you said, hey,
sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So you said you told me like, well, if you've never played the game, I can just watch the anime. Now you got a show coming out, so you don't have to play the game.
Hopefully, it's good enough to just kind of be that, because Sekiro is one of the higher skill level ceilings or floors or whatever that I think I've ever seen in a game. Like I beat it, but I feel like that might have even taken more practice to get right than like a Cuphead even for me. So it's a game that I feel like the casual gamer is just not going to have the patience, even if they could get good at it. I just don't know how many people have the patience for it. So this, I think, is really cool to be out there, because normally the From Software games do not tell a straightforward narrative. It's just like RPG, and you're kind of putting it together by studying the world. But Sekiro is kind of an exception to that. So that's like the perfect thing to do an adaptation of from that studio.
Wasn't there was another one I'll probably play after this. Archon. There was with like celebrity voice actors there doing an anime. It was like Will Ferrell and Aubrey Plaza, I think, or something. That was shown at Gamescom as well.
Maybe I got up to run to the bathroom during the show and I missed that one because I don't.
I'll try to look it up here after.
Sashina,
And do you know the story of Sekiro there for somebody who hasn't played the game there?
Yeah, I mean, you basically you're this samurai kind of Ronin without a master, but you're also in as kind of work as like the almost like an Alfred, right? Like you're kind of a defender to this young prince character whose family is dead. But because the young prince is he has like a dragon sickness in him, which your connection to him causes the character to physically be able to like come back to life, which is it's worked in as part of the game mechanics. But the young master is like kidnapped and taken by enemy forces during like this like political war in feudal Japan, and you're kind of a revenge mission to get him back. There's a few different endings that can kind of play out in a few different ways, and some of the mythology even starts to kind of point at like Korean mythology and like some Chinese mythology. It's interesting. It's like not exclusively Japanese. It's kind of pointing at some different places existing within the game, but it's a lot more like human enemies and like kind of guys with swords and various weapons. There are supernatural creatures in it still though. Like there is a boss fight with a dragon. There are some big monsters as well, but it's kind of tame. Like the big creature stuff is only occasionally rearing its head. It's kind of interesting how they do it.
Mm. The animation looks really great there with the Sekiro one there, which is.
And I believe I read they're doing it entirely hand drawn. Like they're not even doing it like 2D, but on a computer. I think it's like actually a hand drawn anime.
Mm. Yeah, it looks and it looks definitely brutal, for sure there. So they're not skipping on that.
And
It's
I
gonna be.
recognize a lot of the little like boss like pieces from the boss fights they're pulling from. So it seems like they really are just kind of doing a very faithful like this is the plot of the game, but as an anime.
And streaming exclusively to Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is there, so you got that. Do you have Crunchyroll? Is that one of the streaming services you
Yeah.
subscribe to?
Yeah, it's it's honestly I actually like it more than a lot of the other ones because like I feel like as far as anime goes, it is like 99% of all anime just in one place. And it's not like cut up between a bunch of different services. There's a few shows that are exclusive to other things, but for the most part, if it's an anime, it's gonna be on there.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at something else real quick. So, Lego Batman. That trailer for that dropped there. So it's Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight there. Lego Batman game there. That premiered at Gamescom as well though. And the movie I was talking about was Arco. So that was separate from Gamescom.
Okay.
That's something that's coming out from Neon, an animated movie there. So separate. So, but yeah, I'm really hyped for this. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, it looks.
I
really
think it
cool.
looks good. It's interesting. It's different, and it doesn't just look like another Lego game.
Yeah. Looks like they turned the Lego Batman movie into a video game, meaning that they took all the history of Batman and all the jokes and all that stuff and put it just into video game form this time instead of just movie form. And I think Lego Batman is probably the best Batman adaptation. I'd say maybe it's the best one, movie wise.
It's my second favorite of the Batman movies.
Yeah. What's your first?
Oh, I think The Dark Knight is. I mean, to me that I think is like the definitive American film about the post 9/11 security state, and not just like a superhero movie. So I think it gets a lot more like points in storytelling for me versus anything else.
Okay, let's check this trailer out.
Here's a question: if it's mixing all the movies together, and you've got Gordon first, it showed for a second there, but then when they get to the Robert Pattinson, are we gonna have to cancel Gordon or?
Like he just puts on a different head, different body, like a Lego.
I don't know. Is that crossing the line with some people?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a multiverse thing. Where he jumps in. Maybe you go to another universe. There, Batman. Maybe that. I guess that reference, because that was what Batman Begins. I think that's referencing, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, that's Batman Begins.
I need to become more than a man. I need to become a symbol.
But what did you have in mind?
That music is, of course, Tim Burton's Batman, Danny Elfman there. That scene
That's
in
Michael Caine's Alfred.
Michael Caine's Alfred. That scene is from Batman Begins as well there. That bat
seems
suit.
like
you know what that
seems like the armored one from the Pattinson movie, yeah?
Maybe. Oh yeah, maybe. What I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say the gliding there, that looks very much exactly how the gliding is in the Batman Arkham games. It kind of seems like they've taken the gameplay structure of those and then applied it to the Lego version.
Yeah, pretty much. Even the combat, very much it's the same kind of combat as Arkham there.
Who are you? I'm Batman.
I don't know who's doing the voice.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And that's the Tumbler there from Nolan's Batman there. I don't know. I like it. I think it's cool. I mean, it's not my favorite Batmobile, but you get to drive a lot of. You see in the trailer, you get to drive different Batmobiles in it.
You're probably gonna have like every different type. They just better have the Adam West one in there. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why so serious? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm allergic to nuts.
Who's the man behind the mask?
That was very much from Arkham there. That
Explosive Joe. And that's the one from the Pattinson movie too. The Batmobile right there.
Yeah. That sequence is from the Batman there with the Penguin.
But then the Penguin that they have is also, I think, pretty sure that's supposed to be the Danny DeVito Penguin, even though it's the scene from the Pattinson movie.
Batman.
And there were some shots of fighting the kind of Joker as the Red Hood killing joke backstory too, and there's like a little bit of footage of that. So they're mixing it's like all the movies and then also stuff from the comics, and it's kind of another whole original interpretation of it all.
Yeah, I forgot who I think they announced who was doing the voice for Bane. I forgot who they said.
It's Matt Berry.
Matt Berry, yeah, from What We Do in the Shadows.
Ally, you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by... Who put that there? I could have really hurt myself.
It's funny how that Tom Hardy one keep being parodied after after Dark Knight Rises there.
I mean, it is a funny ass sounding voice.
2026 is coming out. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this looks awesome. Honestly, it's the Lego games I feel like typically are kind of the same game with another skin on it most of the time. So just to see them throw that out the window and be like, all right, well, here's a gameplay structure that is actually a different type of game, or at least a different feeling set of mechanics. I think that's smart. Just big Batman stuff is probably going to sell. But it also has that like kind of loving like series franchise tribute feel like the Lego Batman movie did. I think this looks awesome, honestly. I love the mixing of everything together. And I know it's going to be like open world 2-player co-op as well, so you can get the couch co-op in there. I'm always a fan of more games being able to do that.
They can bring some people over there. You can be Batman, you can be Robin. It has somebody be Robin there.
I think they said Batgirl and Robin and Catwoman also are all playable.
So very good there. I think didn't they also say Talia al Ghul too? Talia al Ghul?
Yes, I did see. Yeah, I did see that.
Talia al Ghul. Very cool there. All right. Another trailer there. You had was for, I believe. Hold on, let me go back up here and take a look at it. This game, I haven't heard of this one before. La Divia Commedia.
Yeah. So that's the actual like original language, but that's the Divine Comedy.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So there
So
was
it's there was a game back in late 2000s on the PS3 360 that was like kind of a God of War clone, but of Dante's Inferno. And it doesn't look like a God of War clone this time. There's more kind of originality going on with this version, but it is them trying, and then not just Dante's Inferno, but the whole trilogy doing a divine comedy action game, which is a very interesting thing to have attempted multiple times.
Yeah. Let's take a look. And this is in-game footage, it's saying.
Yeah, I think so. It's early at least, but it's yeah, this does like an actual boss fight.
Okay.
Definitely just not the property I would like naturally gravitate towards. Like, hey, let's make that an action game.
Okay. I mean, shows you a boss battle. Says in-game footage at the bottom there. It's a cool looking boss battle. So that automatically kind of piques interest there. What are you kind of expecting from this game?
I mean, I'm assuming based on what they've shown here that we're looking at a less of an RPG, more of a just full-on character action game. Again, that sort of Dante or Devil May Cry type thing. Um, I don't know what it. I just have a hard time imagining what that looks like in like the greater context of like a story. Because the book is. I mean, it's like a slow paced, like it's just philosophical and poetry, and there's no action. There's no action to that story. So they've made that other attempt, right? They already made it that one time back in the PS3 days. But I guess yeah, I'm just curious how you turn this story into this action story. I just wonder, like, does any of that poetry really get kind of kept intact, or what like the purpose of the storytelling is from the book? Because like I said, it just doesn't seem naturally like it would lend itself well to a video game. And the first attempt they did, I don't think was very good. So,
Mm. Yeah, people remember this came out. I want to say maybe 2012, 2013.
I want to say like just like maybe a couple years before that, like
Yeah.
2010.
I mean, this is basically trying to be, it was like God of War. It's trying to be a lot like God
Yeah,
of War. There.
and it
Uh,
wasn't like terrible. It was just kind of obviously kind of ripping something off, and
uh,
it had some cool art design in it. That it genuinely did at times, but it was just I don't know. For me, it was just kind of basic. It was a lot of yeah. I've kind of seen what you're doing here already.
yeah. I mean, that creature even looks like the Titan from God of War there a little
It
bit.
does a bit. It does.
So you have that there. But okay. So let's see there.
This one definitely looks more creatively original than that one did.
Yes. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, it still is kind of like a Souls type, little bit like game like that, a little bit, in a way. Uh, but yeah. So it's piqued our interest there. I would say Divine Comedy. there. And you also want to discuss the Indiana Jones. So that has
Yeah,
DLC.
this looks cool.
Let's check this out. The Order of Giants. Okay. The Order of Giants there. And you've already beat Indiana Jones already.
Yes, I we did a review and everything up on. Check it out right now on the Afternoon Tune YouTube.
All right. Well, let's check this out. This DLC coming. Order of Giants.
What do you know about the legend of the Nameless Crusader?
Fierce warrior. Fought in the siege of Antioch, 1097 AD. Very tall, like a giant.
Pope Paul IV had an item of this crusader in his possession, his helmet.
I'll tell you what, if I see the helmet, I'll leave it exactly as I found it. Sound good? Oops. Giant guardians. Their roots go way, way back. Worshipped by the Mithras cult.
I can't believe you dare to investigate this.
Impressive for a snake. It says Semper Vivus. Always living. Not dead. He's not in a tomb.
It looks like that set piece from Lord of the Rings where they're trying to balance on the stairs.
Where? Right. Which part of it?
Forward a bit there. It's in that last montage of shots right before.
Okay. Play right here.
Yeah.
Not dead. He's not in a tomb.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, right here. It kind of looks like that bit in Lord of the Rings a little bit.
Hmm.
There's another shot of the staircase falling. Yeah.
Very dope.
I think we're about to fight a Nephilim in the Roman Colosseum. That's pretty cool.
And also announced it's coming to Nintendo Switch 2 there.
There you go. I wonder how well it'll run on that system. It's just a really, really high-end game, it seems like. So I wonder. I mean, as much as the Switch 2 is an improvement over the Switch 1, it's still not as good as the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. So we'll see.
And what did you give Indiana Jones again? You gave it a.
I gave it a. This is cinema.
This is cinema. So great score there, almost 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, it really to me kind of kicks Temple of Doom out, and it's that's the real middle chapter in the trilogy.
Very dope there. Yeah. So this DLC there, I mean, I still have yet to play the game. I have it on Steam, so I have to go ahead and play it there. But yeah, one of the better games I think came out last year, right?
Yeah, it was it was December something. So I think a lot of people still are maybe looking at it a bit as a 2025 game just because it was so late in the year. So many people didn't get around to it until then. But as far as the actual calendar goes, it was a 2024 game.
Okay. Any more trailers you want to talk about there?
I think that's everything that I had.
You didn't have Fallout 2 on there? Fallout Season 2?
We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
There's Fallout Season 2 coming. I mean, I don't know. I mean, did you already see the trailer already? I don't know. Maybe there's some.
I saw it because it was just live at the show. They played it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you can point out some things for me
Story
here.
around here.
So
I'm looking for someone.
Common story around here. Someone you care about or someone you hate?
Oh, what a great question. What say you, Miss McClan?
you liked him, didn't you? Did you like Walter Goggins?
I did think he was the best part. But even his material, I thought got kind of as bad as everything else in the last episode or two, where I thought his flashbacks were the most interesting thing.
Why would my dad go to Las Vegas?
You want to know why the world ended? It started here with one man.
It's all over, but the cry.
Cooper Howard, star of the silver screen.
And no
Like yourself, I am the very best at what I do.
But
So is this keeping up with the lore of Fallout?
So this is touching on a big character and then the main setting of Fallout New Vegas. I mean, I don't see anything in this trailer that's like outright contradictory or like playing against the lore. It just feels like, hey, you remember this big character from this other thing? Aren't you excited to see that same character again? And like as great a character as it is, I feel like the story about that character I feel like has been told already, and I just don't know how interesting. I don't trust this show's writers to make it an interesting like reason for double dipping on this material.
All right, Phil.
And what I do is I know everything.
And who is that's Justin Theroux, and he's
So
playing.
that's Mr. House, who you're seeing him there in like a flashback at least in the present day of Fallout. It should be like his face on a computer screen. But the problem is that that character can die depending on what ending you go with in Fallout New Vegas. Like sometimes he doesn't, sometimes he does. And so this is a flashback right here to like the pre-world ending material. But if they're planning on making this a huge figure, that means the show is either having to go in and take one of the endings to the game and say this is the right ending, this one is the one that actually happens, or make up a whole other ending that's not even from the game just to justify traveling to this location and seeing this character. Which I don't know. I don't have a lot of positivity towards this. Clearly,
everything. I know there's a war coming. The bombs will only be the beginning. My concern is that you would do just about anything to save your family. I think you are actually quite a violent man. You just don't want to kill me yet.
doesn't have enough of the transatlantic accent.
You got Macaulay Culkin there. People are talking about that. Who's in this?
Let's get lucky, shall we?
Well, yeah, some from the game, man.
Yeah. And
what is that?
That's a death claw, which is like kind of the most dangerous, like mutated creature you run across in the games. They showed the skull of one as like a teaser at the end of the first season.
I defer to you about what to do in this situation.
December 17th, season 2. It's coming there.
Yeah.
We reviewed it. We reviewed season 1. I think I liked it more than you, but I wasn't that. I mean, some people really like it. Seems like people really loved it, enjoyed it.
A lot of people. It seemed like the overwhelming majority of people were pretty into it.
Critics, fans alike. I just kind of thought it was all right. It was okay. It was man.
I
You know,
hated it.
you hated it. Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I was just kind of like, yeah. But hey, I mean, this was you rarely ever see this on Rotten Tomatoes. It was across the board, even critic 93%. Yeah, you rarely
Somehow.
ever see that. So yeah.
Maybe I'm taking crazy pills, but yeah, it's just I'm in the minority on that one.
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably review season 2.
That's the
I got a
only
lot.
way I'm watching it is if you want to do it on the show.
I got a lot of TV I'm backed up on. I know it's December, so I'll try to finish that backlog by the time December rolls around. But yeah. Okay. So okay, looks like I did like more of the what's his character's name called again? Walter Goggins, the
Ghoul.
The Ghoul. I did like him a lot. Ella Purnell, I liked. I liked the cast. I didn't
I
necessarily
think
like.
all the actors in it are good. I just think the writing is the problem.
Yeah, so maybe they fixed the writing. Man. Maybe the writing got better.
Maybe. I don't know if they feel like making changes after how successful it was. This wouldn't be their thought process, but who knows?
Yeah. Now that it's not trying to be like a mystery anymore and figuring out who everybody is, and it's like maybe it's gonna get maybe sometimes with genre shows it takes like a season to get good. Sometimes
That's true. That's true. That does happen.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like that's pretty much all the major trailers there. I don't want to keep you for too long.
Yeah, I think that was it. The only other thing, I guess, if you wanted to, there was a trailer for a new Warhammer game. That's kind of, I think that's the only other thing I can think of.
See, Warren, there was also something called Sword of Legends.
Sword of Legends. I'm not sure what that one. I might have maybe seen it. It was at the show though.
Yeah, it was at Gamescom. It looks pretty cool. Okay. You want to do both trailers or you just want to do one?
We can do both.
Okay. Let's do Sword of Legends. So this was a reveal trailer that happened. I just in my, in my algorithm there popped up because it was looking at all the Gamescom stuff. This looks pretty good. So let's take a look.
Oh, that's right. This was part of the pre-show. I forgot about this.
Fall into the underworld every day. You're no different. My lord, he's here.
I bid you walk the mortal world once more.
Another big Chinese action game.
Yeah. Seems like we're getting quite a bit of more of those.
Yeah. I mean, now there's an industry basically just in the throes of creation right now over there.
Not one of them dies quietly.
That's fucking crazy. A head just floating with a sword. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, that's super creative. Yeah, enemy design, honestly.
When the artifact can do what brute strength cannot.
I'd still take her out. I think that still work with that. That's very nice.
Yeah, super good design. Art direction is really great here.
That's a cool
color
eye. I like
schemes
that.
they're using. Just the sky too, in that boss looks really great. And it's interesting. You see you have like some summons that you can do, but then you're like still working with them and like doing combos and stuff. I like that.
A house coming along. Okay. There you go. Jeez. A zombie dragon. When's the last
And you
time you
can
saw?
actually see it.
Oh. When's the last time you
Well,
saw?
the last time I saw it was Game of Thrones, except you
Oh.
couldn't really see it because it was so dark.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, the Ice Walker turned into it. Okay.
You
know? That looks really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that does look awesome. I forgot about it because it was in the pre-show. I didn't look back over the pre-show trailers when I was sending you stuff. But yeah, it looks great. Yeah, we're seeing a whole industry get kind of created over there right now, and there's a lot of really cool looking, like just big bombastic action games. And obviously, I think it's Chinese mythology is pretty untapped in the video game medium. So there's a lot of room for stories that people not familiar with, like a lot of folklore, just have kind of no familiarity with. So it's like all brand new stuff for most people.
For the first time ever, a new game in one of China's most popular video game series. So this is a series already. So I guess
interesting.
Will be released simultaneously in the West. Sword of Legends, an upcoming new addition to the Gujin series, was revealed during today's opening night live showcase at Gamescom. Okay, so this is a series already. Okay.
Interesting. I definitely have not heard of it before.
The action part of the action RPG formula looks rather Souls-like, although pretty much any one-on-one fight against a huge, overwrought weirdo looks Souls-like to me. But Argon says it is not. The studio aims to give Swords of Legends its own distinct identity, with more strategic options that will ensure the game is accessible to players of all skill levels. Okay. We are not aiming for punishing difficulty or purely skilled gate combat. Argon wrote in an FAQ there. For example, soul capturing is both a narrative mechanic to the story and a core combat build. Players can capture the souls of certain monsters and summon them to assist them in battle, with some offering cooperative combo attacks. Does that worry you? They say trying to make it not too hard, or do you think the gameplay may be too easy, or do you think it's going to be? Does that kind of worry you, that language, or?
No. I mean, I think like you take any game like God of War or Bayonetta or Devil May Cry. If you play any of those and put them like on easy mode, those games are like just an absolute breeze, right? You could just blow through them. But as long as it's not like that's the only way to play it, and there's multiple difficulty settings, I don't think it really matters. I mean, I think I love the Souls games. I love Dark Souls and Sekiro and Elden Ring and all that. But not everybody wants their games to just be like this brutally hard thing. And I think it's fine to just want to make something that's got a bit more mass appeal by not just totally overwhelming the player. I mean, there is such a thing as too easy for sure, but that doesn't seem like they're necessarily going too far the other direction.
Yeah. I don't see a release date for this there or anything like that. But it's on my radar. What would you say are your most kind of favorite announcement trailers there at Gamescom?
Resident Evil for sure up there. Resident Evil for sure. Honestly, that crazy colorful Jet Set Radio thing with the train, I think that just looks like a total blast. Simple, basic, but I think very fun. And for say what do we got here? I mean it's a lot of stuff that I feel like we already knew about that we're just getting updates on. And not necessarily whole new announcements for the most part, but all of this horror stuff. I mean, I'm a horror junkie, so the Cronus, the New Dawn, Silent Hill, Resident Evil, just all this good horror stuff coming at once.
Sort of Legends. I'm really taken with that trailer. Resident Evil looks really good. We got to see more of that. What else was kind of really great there? Lego Batman, I thought also was really great. I'm a
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sucker for anything Batman, so that looks really good there. That might be my first Lego game I ever get. Is Lego Batman there? So I
And
would
the
say
Sekiro anime looks badass as hell.
Sekiro anime looks really great there as well. So that's some great things there. Yeah. So this Warhammer. Let's see here. What's it?
So, Dawn of War 4, I believe.
Dawn of War 4. Let's check this out. There. Dawn of War 4. By the way, they are doing they talked about the Microsoft handheld. We did a reaction to that. It's up on the channel. Again, they're hiding the price. Nobody knows what the price is going to be.
That's crazy because they're supposed to be out this fall. It's about to be September, and they haven't announced a price. The other thing too that's come to light since that initial announcement is it kind of felt like then they were really marketing it as like an Xbox handheld. But in the time since, if you really look at the language on the stuff, it's not even really an Xbox handheld. It's just another company that they paid to put the Xbox brand on the handheld and have like an Xbox app on it. It's like not even really an Xbox piece of hardware.
They said in relation to the cost there, can't really see how much the ROG Xbox Ally X, that's a stupid name too. They're still keeping that name. Will cost.
Every Xbox except for the first Xbox has a stupid name.
Will cost due to microeconomic conditions, despite announcing release date and availability details. They said it'll be released on October 16th, which isn't that far away. It's going to be coming up again relatively pretty soon.
Should be $800.
Yeah, I mean, with all these price increases, Nintendo Switch 2 increased its price. All these consoles did. I mean, you got to imagine that it's probably going to be similar around there. Speaking to IGN today at Gamescom, Microsoft and Oz said that companies still need more time to figure out the microeconomic impact to pricing. The statement comes amid a backdrop of frequently shifting market conditions fueled by ever-changing U.S. tariffs. So we'll see it there. So I don't know there, but
it just doesn't seem worth it, even if it was like a reasonable price. I don't know. It just
what would you if it was $300? Would you get it?
No.
$250?
Nah.
$200?
No.
Damn. I don't think I can go any lower than that. I don't think so.
If you gave me one for free, I don't even think I'd use it.
No games you'd play on there. There's a new Gears of War coming out. You can play new Gears of War, even though that's coming on PS5 and all the other systems.
Well, yeah, I mean, my thing is my thing has always been I just don't love like hunching over a small screen. Like I don't play games on my phone. My Switch is in docked mode. I was not like the biggest like even Game Boy person as a kid. Like I want a controller in my hands and I want to look at a big TV. I don't want to play like handheld games on a small screen. I'm just not interested in doing
that. Okay. But we'll see. I mean, eventually you got to think sometime they're going to come out with a price for this. It's going to be October 5th, 15th. They're going to like, oh, hey, by the way, here's the price. This is what it is. Yeah.
I feel like if you can't figure out what it's going to cost, you shouldn't be able to let people pre-order it.
Yeah. Yeah, people pre-order it, then it hits their credit card, like, oh shit, $900. What the fuck?
I thought I was spending $400 on this.
Yeah, but let's check out this trailer. Warhammer 40K, Dawn of War 4. Let's check out this trailer.
Of humanity across Peggy 18. We have fought the enemies of humanity across 1,000 worlds.
Is that Steve Blum?
It could be.
Oh, kind of sounds like him.
We have fought the enemies of humanity across 1,000 worlds.
Definitely possible.
No remorse, no mercy. We are the wrath of the Emperor, his angels of death. But the Imperium lies broken, its armies scattered and reeling. Our foes rise to drag us down,
and the galaxy has been torn asunder. On the world of Cronus, we make our stand. We are the Blood Ravens. There is no
This is gonna be in
vengeance to
Poland too.
fear,
Kronos New Dawn.
vengeance to enact. While Stephen one of us lives, we fight. For only in death does duty end.
So the first of these games, the first Dawn of War. Now I haven't played any of these myself, but my co-host Ulysses, he's kind of knows a bit. He gave me a bit of the lowdown on it. And the first Dawn of War game is basically the start of Warhammer being like a video game in general. It was before that, it was mostly like the tabletop game and like the books. So that kind of brought it to the video game world and popularized it enough for us to get all these other types of games. But I think generally, as I understand it, people mostly agree that the first one of those was really great. And then they kind of made some stumbles, and two and three were not. And this seems to be kind of returning to the style of the original first one. So again, without having played it myself, just based on what I'm hearing from other people, it seems like it's going to please like longtime fans of the original.
Okay. So this New Dawn game. Maybe I missed it there. Did he give a release date?
No, I don't. I don't even think it had a release window.
Just is coming 2026.
Okay.
2026 is coming there. So that's about it for it. Okay. And it says just like this is just on PC. It'll be available.
Yeah, this is just going to be, at least for now, just PC.
Okay.
Real-time strategy games, honestly, those are hard to make really work on consoles. Sometimes it can kind of be done. They're maybe smaller in scope, like that Alien game we reviewed. That was more of like, because you only had like a unit of a few characters in that one to manage, whereas this is like you're managing an entire army at war, like over this huge area, and you have to micromanage everything going on. And I think there's just so many inputs and selections and options on your menu that it's just the kind of game that's impossible to make work on a controller. Like you need a full keyboard to be able to access everything you can do.
Yeah. Would Tim? I mean, he'd play that on his streams, right?
Maybe. I don't honestly. I don't know how if Tim is really knows much or is into Warhammer. Ulysses certainly is going to play it though.
Okay. Yeah, he's got a PC. Ulysses, right? Yeah. Yeah. Seems like all
Pretty
the
much
major.
all the information I just gave was all relayed from him. So
that's pretty much everything there. There's Black Ops 7. There's that. That was at Gamescom.
I don't care about it, but if you want to look at it, we certainly can. But I definitely do not have a lot of interest in the Call of Duty.
There was Pragmata that we talked about before at another announcement. They did a hands-on preview there. That's with the
on the show
game
floor.
where you're with the robot Megan girl and you're doing shit there.
Yeah, it's like a base on a moon or something. Yeah.
There was a little bit of that. That was at Gamescom there. So there was that. They were showing a little bit of that there. We talked about Onimusha, Lego Batman there. But yeah, it seems like kind of all the major ones we kind of knocked out there for the most part. So did that.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go ahead. I'll rate somebody.
Right.
Thank you so much, Faze. Thanks for doing this impromptu stream.
Yeah,
Very much
absolutely.
appreciated there, man. I'm gonna go ahead and rate Geek Dom there. He's playing that Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Seems right that go ahead and rate him playing that game. Since we talked about so many games like that, games like Sword of Legends and Onimusha, and the new Black Myth game. So I'll go ahead and give him a rate there. Very awesome stuff there. I know that people will maybe be able to catch you streaming pretty soon. Maybe they'll be able to fix your console there. Hopefully, it'd be able to be repaired. Nothing's wrong
Yeah,
with that.
my hope is it's the power supply, because if it's just the power supply, $80 fix. $80. Not bad at all. If it's like the motherboard, then I mean you're not fixing that.
Well, all right. See you people later. Stay tuned.